Hello, my friends. How's everyone doing today? Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I have a little flip through for you today of this vintage journal. And this is the one where I was using a different cover, and then that cover I had problems with. So I switched the covers. So anyway, I think it turned out really cute. Here is the front. Uh, the only thing you haven't seen is I added this little gem right here. It was sitting here. I was trying to use it and I never used it. So I thought, when I was cleaning up, I was like, let me use one of those. And I put it right there. And then I added a tassel. So this is a fun tassel and it has a little story behind it. And this is what I started out with. See it under my hand right here? This little piece I had made a while ago. And then I had this other lace out here, and I had some, well, I didn't have it all out here. I had some of these out here and some of these I didn't. And I thought, I wonder if I could make it bigger because it was small. It was like this, which is fine. It's fine with it if it was small, but I thought, oh, I can make it so much bigger maybe. So I got some other laces and things out here. There's some gold trim right here. There's this pretty piece of, they're very old vintage lace. There's a blue one in here, a blue ruffle, and I used some of this in the journal. And then this pretty ruffle here, which is also very vintage. So sorry, a little interruption there. But yeah, and then so I made it and thought it looked so pretty, but it also can be taken apart, and these trims and laces can be used, however you wish. If you're creating something and you need a little piece, you can just snip it right off of here, or it's held on with, it's on this notebook ring, which can be removed, and it's hanging on they're all attached to this little bulb pin right here. So anyway, options there, and you've got this big, beautiful, lacy, vintagey tassel to go with the vintagey journal here. So fun, right? Let's put that up out of the way here. I like this way of attaching the tassels to this type of binding because you can just put it right up there and it's right totally out of your way. So let's open up. So we did the pockets together and lined these pages. So they're, I thought they were beautiful from the very, very beginning. I still do, but I found when I was looking for decorations, and I didn't come back and decorate with you because I just was kind of just hunting through my craft room and just going around and picking things up and trying to see what I could do with them. And I found these beautiful blue leaf stickers here. So the moment I picked them up and saw them, I was like, oh, that would look beautiful on these pockets. So I put one here. As you can see, I think they're absolutely gorgeous. And so let's move on. You'll see the one in the back, on the back cover inside the back cover when we get there. But here's a very old postcard here that is in that pocket. So on our first page, I added this picture. Now this I printed, and I mentioned before that I can never find old pictures. So I have some that I've printed that I have been using in my journals. And when they run out, I'll probably print some more. But here's the next back of that page where I have, this is another sticker. These are like acetate stickers or those type of stickers, washi stickers. I think this is an acetate one, the blue one. And then this is a washi sticker. Very cool. They both, when you put them down, they look like they're part of the page, like they've always been there. So, and it's a vintagey little antique wagon, a horse-drawn wagon. I added this trim on a lot of the pockets just for protection of the pocket, so that when you putting things in and out, it doesn't get worn. Well, it's not just for protection, it's also for decoration, and it's a very kind of, I thought it was, well, the colors went with this journal, and it also looks vintagey. So I stuffed this full of ephemera. That is why, well, I didn't show you. Let me show you real quick. That's why it looks like this. It's stuffed full of ephemera, and so kind of had to stop so I didn't get any more alligator mouth. But if you took all the ephemera out, it would, come back together. And here's the top of it. I don't think I showed you that either. The side. The back where I have this measuring tape, vintage measuring tape for decoration. Okay, back to where we were. Oh, I didn't take anything out of here. So on the back of this page, first page, I have clipped a little, this used to be on a post-it, you know, sticky on the back, but I didn't glue it down. It's just clipped on here so you can put it wherever you want. And then in this pocket, I have a pretty journaling card and one little vintage page from a little tiny vintage dictionary that you can have fun with. That is in there. And then I put, you'll see, I'll tell you about it this time, and then I won't say it every time, but on several of the pages I put this pretty lace, and I sewed it on with gold thread. So you can, I don't know if you can see the sparkle there. You can see it in person, of course. And you can see it on the back here. See, it's the gold thread. Pretty on both sides, so I enjoyed doing that. So because I used some gold, this was a gold journaling card that I found in my, as I was looking through my ephemera and things to decorate with. So I used that as a little tab here on this page that folds out. This is coffee dyed composition book paper. A time card here where I added a little, this is an acetate butterfly or a washi butterfly. I think it's acetate. But you see again, it disappears into the paper there. So this is an interesting page. This is paper. Is this paper? Yeah, this is my coffee dyed scrapbook paper. Oh, this is avocado dyed. You can tell with the color because it's got a pinkish hue to it. But let me show you what I put on the inside of the page here, on this side as a decoration and as a strengthener. This I peeled off the top of a legal pad I had at work. See, it says legal pad right there. And you see the color? It's not super old. It's not, I don't think it was even vintage. But I think it was from, actually there was a date on it, and I think it said 2017, something like that. So like I said, not vintage, but it looked very vintagey. So I peeled it off because it was done. All the paper was used. I just had the cardboard left. If you know how legal pads are, they're cardboard with the paper, and you have that little piece at the top. So this had this at the top. I thought that was so cool. I was like, wow, it really looks vintagey. So I peeled it off, that papery part, and I put it right here. So you can see it on this side. I've had it sitting here for a while in my little pile of things to do something with pile. And here's the back of it with the wording. Is the date on here? It might be, but it might not be. Anyway, very cool, and I thought I really liked doing that, so I'm going to keep my eyes out for more of that to peel off legal pads at work when they get thrown out. On this side there is a little crochet. It looks like a doily, but it was a sticker, but it wasn't a sticker. It was a canning, kind of like a canning sticker for glass jars. So it was a glass jar sticker, so it's removable. So I did have to add glue to it to stick it down because it wasn't, you know, actually a sticker, but I just put it right there and added some distress ink to it. And I think it looks just like a little, you know, it's simple, but it's a pretty little decoration. There's a label here with some more of that lace. Some of the pages over here, if I felt like they needed extra strength so they didn't tear or anything, I put washi tape on a couple of them. So this one has pretty washi tape on that side. Over here I have a little cluster, just a little paper cluster, and it has a little clock in the middle. Here I added, this is a piece that I received in Happy Mail a while ago, and I pulled it out, and I thought, I just pulled out a bunch of stuff as I was kind of hunting through my craft room. I was like, maybe I can use this, or I was actually saying, I want to use this, I want to use that, you know, I'm like, I'm going to use these somewhere in this journal because they all went with it. So as I was decorating, that's why I just kind of went through and figured out where, now that I pulled out this pile of stuff, where can I use it? So this was one of the pretty pieces I pulled out that I received in Happy Mail. And then this little sticker too. It's kind of a resin sticker. It was actually a sticker, but I put that together there as a little decoration on that envelope. And this is a coffee dyed envelope. And inside I put, this is a page from a Reader's Digest. And on the back is piano paper. It's sewed around, and it's made with my layers of book pages I've been putting together, like 2 or 3 or whatever, usually 3, to make a nice strong journaling card. And it's sewn around, as you can see there, the zigzag stitching that is in there. And then on this side I have another little washi sticker. This is a mushroom. here, like I said, I used some gold things in here. I thought it really went with this whole look of this journal. So this is kind of a gold, pretty gold, a belly band. And right here is some. So all the ephemera, most of the ephemera in here was already made, and I just pulled it from my stash because that's what I really need to use some of it. I keep making it, but and I'm putting it in my journals, but I need to put more in my journals. So this is a pretty tag I had made with some vintage lace here and just some cluster and a pretty. This is a vintage sheet, all on a file folder, and it's sewn around. So that is in here. And then this one is one of my book page tags, sewn around, decorated, piano paper on the back. And when I say piano paper, I mean piano roll. That's piano roll from a player piano. So it's, you know, vintage, or it might even be antique. I don't know. It was given to me by a friend. So that's just some random, you know, vintagey paper there, vintage papers that you can write on the back there. I did sew that belly band on with gold thread also. Pretty scrapbook papers. That this one has been avocado dyed and a little washi sticker there. This is also avocado dyed with some of that lace. This is a random page, one of my vintage random page. I found a couple of, well, I'm going to say ledger books, but they are actually called accounting books. And this was a page in there. And you can see just some, you know, advertisement for that type of accounting book. And I folded it up and I left this upside down just because I didn't want to cut it. And I wanted you, whoever gets this, to be able to see this because I think it's really cool. Just because it's old and, you know, I love it. So, and I put some of that trim here. It is grosgrain, so it's a, you know, a nice sturdy ribbon to protect and decorate the top of this pocket for protection of putting things in and out. A little tag here that's backed on some cardstock. This is an envelope that's got some seam binding on the top there. This is the envelope where I just put a couple little journaling cards I had in my stash. Well, I have one of my containers here with my ephemera in it, and one's for the mini stuff, the little stuff. So I pull these out of the mini container for this envelope, little journaling cards, and I just put them in there like that so that so they don't get down in there, so someone can pull them out when they get this journal. And coffee dyed ledger paper. This was an acetate stick. No, this was a piece of acetate. I think this is Tim Holtz. I thought it was a sticker, and I was trying to peel off the back, but then I figured out, oh, it's not a sticker. It's just a piece of acetate. So I glued it down there, and I think it's really cool. It says Opticians. Sewing pattern paper here with a Tim. No, this is just a sticker I had. A cool vintagey sticker I had. This is a pocket here made on, this is cardstock. If you watched the process, you saw me putting some of these pages together, and some of them are paper, scrapbook paper, and some of them are cardstock scrapbook paper. So this page is cardstock. Here's that protection ribbon and decoration ribbon again. This is a little decoration I had in with my clusters, so I pulled this out. This little dial actually moves. It's on a brad. So it does move. This is a doily that I made here with a die cut that I have with a die, you know, on my die cut machine. And then it's glued onto some paper, and then I glued it on here. But then this says, there's a little words sticker here that I put on here, Our Lifetime, it says. So in this pocket, a tag, it's from a Quizmo Tell Time game. You can add some writing paper on here. I just added this pretty, it's sewn on with the gold thread, this pretty, and that's like what I put on the outside here on the tassel too. Some of this pretty vintage blue ruffle, lace ruffle. It's kind of a soft, softish kind of ruffle. So really pretty, almost like crochet, but not. It's probably man-made. And so that is in there, but I put this guest check, it's a papery guest check in here too that you can You can cut it down to fit on here if you want. It's a little bit long, but you could put writing space on here like that. Either if you want to keep one side or the other, you could put some writing space on one side or the other with this guest check. So that's why I put it right here with that. And then this is a tag that I did some stenciling on here. It's sewn around and it has some paper on the back for writing. So that is in that pocket. Coffee dyed paper. This is a little corner decoration. I put here a little sticker. Well, actually it was just paper. I had to glue it down. It was a punch out. I have some of those that I need, trying to use up things. This is just a coffee dyed ledger where I put this over the top. It's a little page flip, so you can glue it down on here or anywhere and then have a little writing space if you want to glue it onto a page that is decorated. And like say here, maybe you want to put it on there, it's decorated, and then you have writing space there. So lots of fun. Where was it? I've lost my spot now. Oh, it was over this page. I was looking for a pocket, but it was just right here like this. Here I have a little, it was a little sticker that I glued on as a tab. Postcard, vintagey postcard. Here. Some just random of my vintage papers I've collected from thrift stores and some of that lace. Little cluster here. A little yellow cluster. This is cardstock. This is another fold out with the composition book, coffee dyed composition book paper with a little ticket here that I put on as a tab. Coffee dyed paper with some of that lace. This is my grungy coffee dyed paper. This is another random piece from that, well, this is actually a paper from that accounting book I was telling you about. But this was an actual piece where somebody used it. So the writing on here, it almost looks like maybe it was printed. Like at first glance, you might think, oh, that was printed on there as an example. But I believe it's actual writing. This is actually somebody's handwriting. And it looks so cool because it's very nice. I don't know, the font of their handwriting is just very cool looking. So that is on there. And it's down here too, where they scribbled some equations in words, and so very cool. So it was in the book over here, and I punched it in here over here. So I put some gold ribbon through here. There's a little bow right there. So and you can write on here. There's lines and things, but in this pocket, this is a tag that has a little bronze key on it, held on there by a bull pin. It's got a bronze eyelet in it. And this is from an old bandana, the little topper there. This is another journaling card I had in my stash this is from a magazine, I believe. This guy, it was very vintagey looking too, but this woman or man, not sure, but they're eating their Kellogg's Special K there, and it's got writing space on the back. See, here's some more, did I say there's some more of that trim to protect this pocket? And this is a little tag made with postage stamps, and there's a vintage button there at the top. Writing room on the back. And there's plenty of writing room back here. This is a little cluster I made out of some scraps that were sitting on my desk, and I use it as a little tab. Little piece of lace on the edge there. This is a tuck spot on this page made with Tim Holtz paper dolls. So that's the Tim Holtz paper dolls, and then here's a couple of pieces in here. A tag and a journaling card. This was cut from a master board. Well, that is in there. Music paper here with some protection on this side with washi tape, and the lace over here. This is a stenciled. I was demonstrating my stencils one time in some stencils I got. I think those were from globalland.com, this beautiful clock and gears stencil. Anyway, this is the page I demonstrated on, and it was so beautiful. And I put it right in here as a page. This is a scrapbook paper. I put a label on this little sewing pattern paper here. Scrapbook paper. This is a washi sticker here. Another one of the pages from the bookkeeping. Now this one has writing on it too. Let me show you. Look at that. Beautiful. I love it. A protection ribbon here, and it's also decorative, and a little vintage ticket here that you can write on. Of course, you can write all over here too. And here I have one of my little, looks like a luggage tag, but it was actually regarding somebody, it was in a change of address little stationery package that I picked up at a thrift store. This is a little tag with piano paper, you know, player piano paper on the back. It's sewn around. It's got my messy stitching on there. I like to do my different stitching. It's fun, right? And then this is the last page. Yes. Got a little sticker here you can write on. And in this pocket, some more pretty tags. This is one of my sewing pattern lady washi stickers on there. I had made that a little while ago. A little, you can put this somewhere if you want, like glue it down somewhere or just whatever you want, a little writing spot there. And this is a little booklet made with some scrapbook paper and just some little nice pages to write on, or you could even glue on them, but just a little booklet in there. And that laces there too. Here's the back pocket with that pretty leaf on it, but let me show you what I did. I divided it up because it was too big to fit on this pocket, this piece here. So I cut it right there, and part of it's here, and then it goes up into this part, the back part. So I love those blue stickers. I believe I got those at Temu, believe it or not. I was searching for probably like washi stickers or acetate stickers. These are acetate. And these came up, and I thought, I think they were kind of like, they weren't expensive, but they were more than I wanted to pay, but they looked really beautiful. So I got them, and I'm glad I did, because I think that is gorgeous, and it was the perfect little, you know, because this is all got the blues in it, and it was a perfect little decoration there. Anyway, in that pocket, a tag, plenty of writing room on the back, and you've got your sparkly toppers there. And then this one here, pretty one. It's made on a library card. Pretty little journaling card or a tag, whatever you want to call it. And then I showed you the back. Let me flip this over and close this. But I've got that vintage measuring tape there on the back. Now, as I was cleaning up, I put a few things in this envelope. That is the envelope I pulled out from my stash also. A collage. There's actually a pocket right here, but you can use this in, I know it's colorful, so if you didn't want to use it here, you could use it somewhere else in another journal, or just keep it for storage or whatever. But it's all, you know, using up my scraps here, I guess. But it's sewn together. It's just a random page from, I think it's from a children's book or dictionary. But it looks like an index page from a children's book, possibly. But just using up scraps here. But this is a little stamp right here, you know, that I made. I put a label here. And then this little decoration, and this is a pocket. And then this flap is decorated like this. So in here, I just, like I said, was cleaning up and just put some stuff in, and then I put some extra stuff in here too, a few things. So you've got a couple playing cards. This one can be written on the back. And then this one looked really pretty and kind of vintage. There, I mean, it is vintage, so. And then some of my scraps. Or this was the cut apart journaling cards in the Tim Holtz paper I used in here. So that's a journaling card from Tim Holtz scrapbook paper, or these are cardstock, you know, pretty. And I had these out to use, and I had this out to use. These are some rub-ons. So I went ahead and put those in here because I didn't use them. I think they're really cool, so you could use those in the journal. Here's a little, this is a, let's see, let's see, this is a, I think it's a sticker. I think it's a sticker, but you can use it as a sticker if it is a sticker. If it's not, you can just glue it down somewhere as a little decoration. And then this is some scraps. This is Tim Holtz, and this is a piece of lined paper scrap. And this is another little scrap that was in my, as I was cleaning up, like I said. So those are all in here. And this journal will be in my shop when you see this video, unless it's sold. So I hope you enjoyed that process and flip through. I didn't tell you it says inspire right here on the tag. I think I showed you that. That I typed out myself on the typewriter. I'm not on the typewriter, on this computer. And put it on there. It's a little word decoration. And so I don't think I showed you that. That's important. We need to know the words, right? Inspire. So I hope this, whoever gets this journal, it inspires them to write down their memories or whatever they want to do, but to at least use the journal. I hope so. You know, I would like to see my journals used and not just, I mean, if they're sitting, I mean, look how pretty. I enjoy just flipping through it myself, but I also enjoy using my journals or any journals, because I have some that I've won that I use too. So any journals that I have, I enjoy using, and I just want to inspire you and encourage you to use yours too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Everyone have a great day.